My fingers were cold when the mug shattered, not just broken, but gone. The chipped blue one my sister always held when she was scared, the lopsided sun on its side. I'd been rushing her breakfast after she cried all night about school fights, and in a panic to pull her from the kitchen table, I knocked it over. Glass splintered across the linoleum like ice cracking underfoot. I crouched, my breath shallow as shards glinted in the morning light. "Sorry," I mumbled, but she didn't look up. Her face was pale, eyes fixed on the floor where the mug had been, her knuckles white where she gripped the counter edge. I reached for a piece to show I'd fix it, but my fingers slipped again. The sound echoed louder than any argument we'd ever had. That's when I saw her hands. She wasn't angry, but she was holding back tears and her jaw was tight. "It's okay," I said too quickly. "We'll get it fixed." She shook her head, silent as a ghost. The next morning, I brought her a bright red mug, no cracks, but she refused to touch it. For days, she sat in her room, pulling hair into a tight braid, avoiding me like I'd poisoned the water. I baked cookies, helped her clean up, even sat with her on the porch as sunset bled across the yard. Every time I did something kind, she pulled away further. One afternoon after lunch, she looked at me and whispered, "You didn't need to fix it." Her voice was barely there, but I heard it. She wasn't upset about the broken mug, it was worse. She'd been afraid of being alone since her friends started fighting with her, and I hadn't seen how much she'd been holding in. The next week, she stopped coming down for dinner. I found her on her bed, staring at a blank page in her notebook. When I asked if she wanted to talk, she didn't look up. 3 days later, she left the house without saying anything. That night, alone in my kitchen as the last light faded from the windows, I realized I'd been trying to fix what wasn't broken at all. Now every time I see a mug on the counter, I stop. Not because it's broken, but because sometimes the world doesn't need your hands. It needs your silence, and that's where I've learned to stay.